TMG.
About the person.
Adds flavour to the stuff they talk about. That's where I can say England falls short in terms of the commentaries. That is just too boring.
I think they're trying to. CBS is quite interesting, but they've done it with the UCL coverage because you see more of the characters and people like Henry, Carragher, and Mikovic. But I think English people don't really care about that. Personality is not a thing that people in England really want. They just want the hard, cold facts. But cold facts, and it's different type of personalities that work in the UK. Like, for example, Roy Keane is perfect for television in the UK because he's just blunt and he's quite like grumpy, and that's the kind of UK characters they are. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I mean Roy Keane.
He's good TV. Like, he's not the same as like a Skip or Stephen A. It's not as expressive. He's just really to the point and blunt. It's like, his comments they're short. They're not long-winded sentences, not soliloquies. They're just quick, sharp sentences, and where he just tells his emotions and feelings, and that's what kind of works.
Yeah, Roy Keane ain't pulling no punches. Mm-hmm. I'd love to see Roy Keane and Shannon Sharpe on the same interview set.
I think he would be so confused. Man. I think he'll be so confused.
He'll be bamboozled.
He'll be baffled. He'll be baffled. Well, kids are no nonsense kind of brother, man. I like it, man.
Actually, to be fair, you got someone like he's similar-ish, even though he's not so far up. He's someone like Michael Richards, that kind of big personality, that puts himself out there. I think, Michael Richards will probably have acclimatized him a little bit to
someone like Shannon Sharpe.
But Shannon Sharpe is a bit too much.
It's more than that, man. Shannon Sharpe is a bit more than that. I think even Michael Richards has done really well for himself in the sports personality space, You can see that, he's always there, he's always getting booked, and he's able to bring his personality on stage as well. So I feel like, there is a space, it's just how much can you do it?
How much can you endure? Yeah.
Because you're going to get criticised. Like, I think Daniel Sturridge got criticised. What he was doing, we was talking about the skanky leg and all of these things, but I like that. I like that kind of like...
Yeah.
I like that kind of being expressive, being able to talk
Make it fun.
Make it fun, man.
It's too still, it's too dour.
We want to hear more than that, because also the new audience that are coming to watch sports, like, they've been brought up on YouTube influencers and all these things. So we need to bring that personality, because when people watch YouTube for sports, like, they want to see... It's like personality, like things like Filthy Fellas. It's not just them talking about sports. It's more personality as well. Yep. Like all these sports YouTubers, like there's more to them. There's more to them than just talking the game.
What you got. It's not just like I said, the quality of what you can say and what you can write about in terms of sports or how well you can play. If you look at boxers, for example, a lot of great boxers, but they have no personality. They can't market themselves correctly. Mm-hmm. Like, especially a lot of the Cuban boxers. As well in the past, they didn't speak English, but if you can't market yourself properly, you're not going to maximise your own potential. Someone like Subrius Matias, who's the 140 top fighter, but I don't really think any of these big guys are going to fight him.
Because he's not worth it. It's the risk of the reward is not there, man. You have to have that ratio, man.
He doesn't mark himself as good, even though it's not a hard thing because he's a different language. I don't know what country he's from per se, but yeah. Marketing yourself is, currency. Attention is currency. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a currency, man. Like, you got guys like Ryan Garcia who, might not be even that supreme boxer, but because he's got eyes on him, people monitor his every move. They want to see him fight. They want to know what he's doing. Like, Gervonta's done that perfectly. Like, this is a guy that has no proper belts, and people think he's one of the best boxers in the world. Like, get some belts, man.
Tank season.
Yeah, man. Tank needs to get his belts up, man. Has he fought for... When was the last time he fought for a proper belt?
I'm not even sure.
See, man, I can't even remember
the date, his box work.
Can't remember the date, man. Get your dates up, man. PBC manufactured champion, man.
Well, you're not really feeling the boy Tank.
I just want him to fight someone real. Fight someone real, man.
Damn.
Fight someone real. Not all of this... What's De Santos? De Santos? What was that guy? Fought a blown up lightweight. Blown up.
Are you talking about Leo Santa Cruz?
Yeah, what was he fighting? Sorry.
He fought Ryan Garcia, Hector Garcia, Roy Romero, Isaac Cruz.
He gave Roy Romero a good beating, though.
Marius Barrios, he won the regular super lightweight title.
It's a personality, man. You see him rolling with my guy Adrian Broner, which is one of the greatest personalities in sports.
Against Leo Santa Cruz, he won the WBA Super, which is the real thing, and he retained the WBA like
how many years ago?
This was 2020.
Oh, he's 24, you know.
I think it's more than that.
It's 2024, you know. You know that.
Yeah. He won against Pedraza. That's one of his best wins. He won that BF Super Bowl featherweight title.
How many years?
That was 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
Yep.
His best win was 7 years ago.
Yep.
That's his best win. Boy.
It's one of his best wins for
We're
sure.
gonna have to have a conversation because he needs to fight someone. He's lucky that the Ryan Garcia thing has given him a little bit more leeway so he can not fight someone for a bit because Ryan Garcia is a big name. Not that he's an amazing boxer, but he's a big name.
Massive name.
Yeah, you know how to play the game, man. Well, shout out to Shannon Sharpe, man. I hope we get to talk more about you and your boy Chad Ochocinco. Maybe the dream one day is that you invite us, me and Melo on Nightcap. We'll talk some football with you guys, the real football.
Some soccer.
Chad does like soccer though. I heard he goes to the game. Yeah, he goes to the game. So maybe one day we can get one of them on, you know, and I had to be part of that. But that'd be great. But that's the dream. That's the dream. Maybe our platform can be just as big or bigger. We're just watching the blueprint, man.
We'll keep pushing P.
We're watching the blueprint, man. We're just gonna give respect to those before us. Anyway, moving on to basketball. It's the time of the season, you know. Starting to hot up. Starting the season. The NBA season starting to hot up. And we thought, you know, we'll give you a little special here. The TMG boys All-Star picks. So I know I gave Melo the assignment earlier. We came away earlier, and we're gonna talk about potential All-Star picks. So the format is 12 players in each conference. For the starting five, it's two guards, three front court. There's no designated role for centers. And then the 7 reserves are made up of 2 guards, 3 front court, and then 2 wildcard selections in both conferences. So I think if everything, we should just go and start with the East Conference. And I wanted you to select your starting 5 for the East.
Starting 5 for the East. Ooh, stuff. I'm going to go with Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton, Embiid, Giannis for sure, and Jason Tatum.
I think if you were to look at that, and just giving my ones, I went with Halliburton, Mitchell, and I don't think Halliburton will end up playing because of the hamstring injury, which is a shame. So it'll be between Maxey and Brunson, and we'll see about that. But we can go on to the next picks when we look at that. So I went Halliburton, Mitchell, and my front court was Giannis, Embiid, Tatum. I think in terms of those 4 of them, their names are in pen, like Tatum, Embiid, Giannis, Mitchell. Yeah, names in pen.
Yeah,
names in pen. And depending on Halliburton's health, we'll see if he's a starter. But if healthy, I think that would have been the 5. Moving to the West before we go into the reserves, who's your starting 5?
This one's obviously tough for the Wild Wild West. I've got Mr. Luka. Then I've actually got Shea.
Yep.
And forwards, I've got Jokic. This was tough as well. Jokic, Kawhi, and it's our AD or Bron. Not entirely sure. I'm gonna go with Mr. Davis.
Oh, Davis. Okay, good selection. I went Luka, Shea. So I'm happy that we're aligned on that. I said Jokic is confirmed. And then for the 2 other spots, I had between KD, Kawhi, AD, and LeBron. What's so interesting, you didn't even mention KD. You didn't have KD in your...
Oh, I forgot to write. No, I do. I have him in my list.
But you didn't have him being a starter?
He's up there. But
You don't think he's been good enough this season?
It could be just him, AD, and Brown are all interchangeable. Really.
I would say I think I'm gonna go AD and Kawhi. Kawhi simply because the Clippers are being like the hottest team in the NBA so far, and it wouldn't make sense for them not to have someone in the starting lineup. Considering that like his teams perform better than the other candidates, and I had AD he's been available, he's been playing well, been very consistent. I think maybe he's outperformed LeBron so far this season. As the consistent force, LeBron's been a bit up and down this season. You know, you can see he's getting old, and he picks his spots. So I think maybe it's best for. I think AD's the selection in terms of that.
AD.
Yeah. So LeBron's gonna probably be a starter, just surely on like fan voting and all of this.
He's doing this.
Yeah, and and he has the streets, man. So it doesn't really matter. He will be a starter, but I would have picked AD to be the starter.
Anthony Davis.
In terms of reserves, I know it's the 7. Who do you have in the East?
I got Maxi, Trey, and then I got Bam, Randall. That's about it, really.
So you only have 4. The others you don't really.
You know, no one else piqued my interest.
Now, for me, I would have said I would have Trey there as well. I have Trey, Maxi, Brunson as 3.
Also, even LaMelo Ball as well, but no, he's not.
He's not. I think he's been out for too long.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had him because I think I would go Jaylen Brown, Bam. I don't think Butler's paid enough to do it. I think you put Randall there just simply because. You know, he's one of the top scorers for New York. So who I got? I got Brown, Bam, Randall. That's 3. I got Trey, Maxi, Brunson. I got one more spot. So on this last spot, who would I consider? I'm trying to think. I think it's Paolo Banchero, simply because of how well the upturn in Orlando's form. He's the top scorer for them, and he's a feature force in the league. So, you know, I'll put him there. Give him the chance to sew up.
Makes sense.
How about in the West? The West has been hotly contested.
West is crazy. In terms of my reserves, KD, of course.
Yep.
Kawhi and Cat. The guards, Murray and Ant.
So you had KD, Kawhi, Ant. And you went Jamal Murray and Ant. So who would be your 2 wild cards then? If you had because you got 2 wild cards that are not in those positions. Who would you select?
Sorry?
There's 2 additional spots you can still pick.
For the West?
Yeah.
Trying to see. Oh. I picked out the Minnesota boys. Maybe Gobert. Yeah.
So 3. Minnesota will have 3 All-Stars.
I think who's in the standings? Who's in the NBA standings?
Leading is I think OKC is top of the
West.
West.
The West.
OKC.
Oh wow.
Is OKC Minnesota?
Yeah, that ain't gonna be easy.
You got no Kings.
Yeah.
You don't even have De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox is a shout, but I don't think he makes this team.
No Steph.
Steph is up there.
I think I've got Ant and Steph rather than Ant, Steph, Paul George.
Yeah.
I've got Paul George, LeBron because I left out LeBron, KD, Gobert.
Yep.
I wouldn't have Cat. I think I'll have Gobert over Cat.
Yeah.
And then I think I might have Sengun. Just because I think the Rockets have performed way above expectation. And I think he's probably better than the other centers that you could probably put there. Sabonis and Chet. I think Sengun's probably been the best out of those guys.
Sorry?
Sengun. For Rockets.
It might be saying he's decent still.
He's very techie, bro. He's the next. He's up and coming, man. You gotta reward people that are up and coming in this game.
100%.
I'm looking forward to I think NBA will be hotly contested. I'm looking forward to like all NBA teams and the playoffs, see what will happen.
Yeah.
See what the Lakers would do as well, because I'm sure they're gonna make a trade. They can't waste LeBron, one of LeBron's final years. Like
every year, LeBron needs a trade.
He needs a trade. He does. Why has he never had a settled team though? A question that we need to ask.
Yeah, this is your goat.
But why has he not had a settled team?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know, man. I just.
Does he not constitute a settled environment?
I think he's. I think that teams around him is very use specific skill set to play with LeBron. Do you know what it is? I'll say this. Playing with LeBron is like, for example, when guys play for a big 6 team in the Premier League. It's a different type of pressure. It's a different type of pressure playing for a big team. Hey, sleepy boy.
Yeah.
It's a different type of pressure playing with LeBron than it is with other guys, because those shots that you're getting, those open shots you're getting, they feel bare tight, contested when you play with LeBron all of a sudden.
LeBron's pressure is mental.
Yeah, and you know you're gonna get the blame if he doesn't perform. Like, you know, if the team doesn't perform, it's not LeBron that's getting the blame. It's pieces around him that are not working.
Too many guys in the media, as allegedly people say.
What was it? Rashad McCants was saying that he's paying duns.
Oh, is that, he actually came out and
he said that on Good Arena, that maybe he's paying duns.
Well, I've heard that too. It's like a point.
That he's paying.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Someone said he's paying Skip Bayless. That would be ridiculous, because him and Skip Bayless didn't get along at all. So if he was paying Skip Bayless, then that would be the ultimate villain turn.
Yeah, heel turn.
Hey, but that'll be smart though. You pay your biggest villain to keep your name out there.
I mean, I've heard that.
It's a shame that Skip's Undisputed is not doing that great, man. I don't even watch it. I don't even consider it.
Yesterday's news. It's crazy. It's actually crazy because before they were very hot.
Like, it's tough. I think he messed up. Obviously, they messed it up.
Yeah.
When they let go of Shannon, I didn't think they realised how important Shannon was to the show.
Yeah, Shannon's way important. Shannon drove the show. I mean, people changed into Undisputed to see Shannon, not to see Skip.
Yeah, it just changed. I think Skip thought it was him. Maybe thought it was the first 8 days when he was the star. But eventually your takes become so known.
Times change, man.
I've heard these takes so many times. He didn't know that and he didn't get the right co-stars, man. He didn't get the right co-stars. It's tough, man. Because First Take is just too hot right now, man. When Shannon and Stephen A link up.
Yep.
It's curtains.
Shannon and Stephen A, double S.
Double S. I actually prefer Shannon and Ocho, to be fair.
I'm not mad at it.
That's a good combo.
I'm not mad at it at all.
But Ocho just loves everyone, so he doesn't criticize guys. So.
He's a bit too pally.
Yeah, he doesn't want to criticize guys.
It was on the... What's it called? Not the Pivot. What's on before?
It was on the Pivot, yeah.
Yeah, but it was also another...
I Am Athlete.
Yeah.
No, it was on I Am Athlete. He was never on the Pivot. I Am Athlete kind of broke up. I think Brandon Marshall did something.
Yeah, I've been watching some videos recently. Apparently, Brandon Marshall wasn't too transparent with the funding of...
taking the piece?
Of the group. And he said some of the games that he done, to begin with, he was losing money, blah, blah, blah. But he invested bears. So I think that's what he's upset with.
Is he upset with them, man, or they're upset with him?
A bit both, really.
But he's got his new thing with Cam Newton anyway.
Yeah, it's true. Shout out him.
This sports thing is interesting, man. It's a lot of egos. You have to do this properly.
Yeah, it's true. It has to be done proper.
You have to do it properly, because if you get the wrong guys in the wrong time, it's long.
It's curtains.
Curtains, man. Absolutely curtains. But